What's going on, everyone? It's Tay, aka Slay, and I'm here to talk about the situation with Manny MUA. Honestly, I'm not here to drag Manny. I'm not here to call him a snake. I'm not here to read him to filth because, in all honesty, this situation is much bigger than him. It goes beyond this whole tiff with him and T-Spill because honestly, we don't know his motives for doing this. But I do know that he was in the wrong because T-Spill has the fair use disclaimer at the beginning of all of her videos, and her videos do fall under fair use. What is fair use, Tay? I'm so glad you asked. I apologize right now if you hear paper rustling. Your girl came with facts, okay? Because like I said, this goes much bigger than Manny and T-Spill. This entire situation affects all of us, whether you realize it or not. Okay? This entire situation sets a dangerous precedent, and it makes things harder for smaller and just beginning creators. I'll explain why as we go along. Now, what is fair use? Fair use, as defined by Google, in U.S. copyright law, the doctrine that brief excerpts of copyright material may, under certain circumstances, be quoted verbatim for purposes such as criticism, news reporting, teaching, and research, without the need for permission from or payment to the copyright holder. T-Spill used 3 minutes of Manny's footage from what was his original Morphe Fluidity Foundation review. She also used to Snapchat. But his review, that video, was 24 minutes and 29 seconds long. If you watch T-Spill, you know that she adds commentary, she does crazy edits, she sometimes does parodies. That all falls under fair use. It is within the law what she does, and she's protected by fair use. By Manny copyright striking and having that video removed, like I said, it sets a dangerous precedent. If he did it because he didn't like what she said about him, that's still wrong. I saw people trying to excuse the copyright strike. Like, maybe he was just tired of being bullied. Let me say this loud and clear. The YouTube Content ID and copyright strike and claim procedures and systems are set up to protect creators, and they are set up to protect intellectual property and copyrighted material. They are not set up to protect your feelings. Point blank, period. If you don't like what somebody is saying about you, you go to that person and you're like, hey, I see you feel a type of way about this video. Let's talk about it. Or you ignore it. There was so many other avenues that could have been taken. And there are so many more instances of people abusing the system. And when I say it sets a dangerous precedent, you have people that watch these creators who do things like this, who are like me, just starting their YouTube channels. They may be a few days, weeks, months old on this platform. And they see people who do this, and they see why they do this. And they think, oh, if somebody makes a video and they say something about me that I don't like, I'll just copyright strike their video and have it taken down so they can't make money off that video and potentially have their channel taken from them. And if that channel is their livelihood, they're just fucked. All because you're upset? I'd like to explain what Content ID, copyright claim, and copyright strike are, because there are a lot of people who are commenting on the situation that don't know what these things are. They're blindly standing behind one person or another. Like I said, it goes beyond Manny and T-Spill without understanding the implications of what's going on. So that's why your girl did research. She's hitting you with facts from one of the articles I found. A giant portion of YouTube's material is unquestionably fair use, protected even under the highly flawed Digital Millennium Copyright Act. That's why you might hear somebody call it the DMCA, which provides a legal basis for copyright holders to issue takedown notices of infringing content. The immense volume of content makes this a tricky problem, so YouTube has created a content ID system to automatically detect the presence of copyrighted material. Basically, if somebody went to the theater, watched Aquaman with their camera phone, recorded the entire movie, and then went home and uploaded the entire movie to their YouTube channel and monetized it, they would be in the wrong. If T-Spill had taken Manny's entire video, made little to no edits, basically just copy and pasted his video to her channel and monetized it, then he would have been in the right. But she didn't. Her content was transformative, it was critique, in some cases parody. She's protected under the law, again. The Content ID system gives holders other automated tools. They can mute the video's audio in cases where you have copyrighted music, or block it in countries where they hold copyright in question. I believe He Who Must Not Be Named did that to Margot Indigo. Content ID also allows holders to claim ad revenue of the infringing video, or to put ads on a video that didn't have them before. Like, let's say with Manny's Morphe Fluidity review. Morphe, if they weren't on any kind of terms with Manny, could come in if they were feeling froggy and decided to leap. They could copyright claim his video and gain all of the revenue that his video added. They could be like, no, that's our review. That is an advertisement for us. So we're going to treat it as such. So we're going to claim all the revenue from this video. Now, Manny can dispute it, but even if he wins, Morphe would get to keep all of the ad revenue that was generated during the claimant period. That's the difference between a copyright claim and a copyright strike. These revenue claims are often abused by corporations and individuals who routinely do not prove or even check whether content is fair use before issuing a claim. Same thing with the same thing with copyright strikes. Manny claimed parts of the video that didn't even belong to him. The clips of Nicole Concilio, screenshots of Jeffree Star's tweets, T-Spill's intro and outro. I'll probably repeat this several times because people don't seem to get the concept. The system is in place to protect copyrighted material and intellectual property. It is not for protecting somebody's feelings. There was a situation this summer with a YouTube creator named Mundane Matt. He was on the Ralph Report live stream with 3 other creators, and I don't remember their names right now, but the one I do remember was Keemstar because he was probably the loudest. And one of the creators was like, here's a link. YouTube actually can show you, there's a screen you can go into to show you how many copyright claims and strikes you've submitted to the platform. Because for a year and a half, there had been an issue where anybody who made a video that was critical of Mundane Matt was automatically struck with a copyright claim or a copyright strike. So a lot of people thought that that Mundane Matt was behind this. And he was on the live stream to be like, nope, this is not me. I've told people to stop doing this. I don't need you to do this. But it was revealed that he in fact was doing this. And he straight up said, I was in a bad place and people got under my skin and I made bad decisions and this is how it manifested. It's an abuse of the system and that's not what it's there for. You've heard it several times. If you are on the internet, you open yourself up to criticism and you either have to have a thick skin or find an adult way to deal with it. This was not an adult way to deal with it. One of the biggest cases involving fair use involved H3H3 Productions and Matt Haas, aka the Bold Guy. Matt Haas, copyright struck or claimed the H3H3 video that was made criticizing one of his videos. I think it was like the parkour date or something like that. And he tried to say, oh, I asked them to remove my clips from their video. But it was clear that he truly just did not like what they had to say about his video. Like, they went through everything, and it was clear commentary. This is from a Forbes article about the case after everything was settled in favor of the clients. It's like they discussed random things in their life as well as Haas's script, character development, acting, costume design, and even the setting chosen for the video. He just didn't like what they had to say. And they went back and forth. He would issue a claim. They would refute it, and it went all the way to court. A New York judge by the name of Catherine B. Forrest ruled in favor of the clients, saying, any review of the client video leaves no doubt that it constitutes critical commentary of the Haas video. There is also no doubt that the client video is decidedly not a market substitute for the Haas video, which means it's not a carbon copy. For these and other reasons set forth below, defendants' use of the clips from the Haas video constitutes fair use as a matter of law. Highlighted these aspects of the H3H3 video as evidence of the transformative nature in her ruling and subsequently dismissed the defamation charges, noting criticism and comment are classic examples of fair use. What Manny and other creators have done by falsely copyright striking other people's videos is illegal. I'm sorry to say. Did we not just go through this whole thing with Veronica Wong and Shukbong, where she didn't like a parody video that he did of her, so she copyright claimed the channel and then went on saying anybody that the only person allowed to make fun of me is me, basically admitting that the only reason she copy struck his channel was because she didn't like that video? Issuing a false DMCA claim, a copyright strike, is still a popular tactic amongst YouTubers to remove videos that are critical of them. I just gave you 2 examples with Monday Matt and Veronica Wong. There are many, many others. It angers me so very much because I tweeted this out. Whenever bigger YouTubers fuck up, it makes it harder for those of us who are trying to come up. Think about it. When PewDiePie did his Fiverr joke, which ended up being anti-Semitic, YouTube changed the terms of service. When PewDiePie shouted the N-word on a live stream, YouTube changed the terms of service. All of these scandals, Logan Paul, whoever, every time they do something, they are generally unscathed, but it hurts the ones below them because they changed the terms of service. When I started my first YouTube channel, Grown Geek Girl, you were able to create an account and automatically be monetized. I wasn't getting a lot of views, so I never made any money off that channel. But as soon as I uploaded my first video, it was monetized. When I started this channel, it was after all of these controversies, after, I think it was the New York Times released their article where they were talking about how advertisers were afraid to advertise on YouTube because they were afraid of their ads being shown on videos containing hate speech, containing violence, pornography, all of those things. So I came in after this whole rule was instated that you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 10,000, I think, minutes or hours of watch time. So YouTube had time to review your channel to see if it was brand friendly or family friendly, and they wouldn't have any like real problems with you, so that they felt free to let you run ads on your videos. I'm not mad at that, you know, because as I said in, I think, my last 2 videos, I'm really not bothered if YouTube never becomes my full-time career. I have other career aspirations. But I would be thrilled if I became monetized and was making enough money off of my videos to pay for cosmetology school once I got to New York, to start paying down my student loan debt, to invest back into my channel so that I can give you guys better quality videos so you can actually see the pigmentation in the makeup that I'm using. But every time these bigger YouTubers do this, they move the goalpost further away. It damages the integrity of not only the platform, it endangers the integrity of the community, because people look at the beauty community and they're like, how is a community that's supposed to be about beauty so ugly? A lot of people think that the beauty community is nothing but petty bitches who are clawing each other's eyes out, stabbing each other in the back. I can tell you that there is a majority of the community that doesn't even comment on drama. And I know how people feel about drama channels. I understand. You know, I watch them because I find them highly entertaining. And I can already hear it's like, oh, if they made a video about you, you'd hate drama channels. The minute I do something shady, the minute I do something that is out of character, I totally expect anybody with a camera to read me for filth. If I did something like the whole Kenza Cosmetics thing where I promoted a scam, I know I'd be all over somebody's drama channel. I am followed by trolls. I see them. There are people who only tweet at me to try to get my goat. And I don't feed trolls. I let them starve. I mute them or I block them because I don't need that. We're protecting our energy in 2019. But I know that if they caught me on a wrong day and I just happened to go off, oh, I know everybody would read me for filth. If I was a bigger YouTuber. I only have 158 subscribers, so I don't think anybody would really pay attention to me if I went off right now. But that's the thing. You have to understand, when you reach a certain threshold, there are going to be more eyes on you. So you have to, in the words of Gabriel Zamora, you have to watch how you move. Your actions affect others. When you false copyright strike a channel, you're threatening somebody's livelihood, because 3 strikes and you're out. And YouTube doesn't stop to see, well, let's check and see if this really is an incident of copyright infringement before they take the video down. No, instantly, because YouTube has to protect itself as a company, they immediately take the video down. And then when a defendant sends in a counterclaim, then they review it. So it's more than likely that T-Spill will come out on top here, as many others have. What you're saying when you say that people are within their rights to do this is that it's okay for them to bully other people into silence. Let me make it hit a little bit closer to home for you. This Dominique Cosmetics Berries and Cream palette is amongst one of my favorites. But let's say I did a review and I trashed the palette. I said the mattes were way too powdery and they skipped on the eye. The shimmers were dull, and even if you use them wet, they have massive fallout and end up not being worth the hassle. The packaging is horrid. This mirror's too heavy. Like, if I did nothing but speak ill of this palette, you're saying it's okay for Dominique, Kristen Dominique, to come in because I'm using her palette. This is her from her brand. You're saying it's okay for her to come in and either copyright claim my video, like she gets all the money that I would have made from that review, or it's okay for her to strike my video simply because she didn't like the review that I gave it. But no, Tacy, that's different. You didn't use any clips. No. There's a video, when I heard about all this, it automatically reminded me of the Where's the Fair Use hashtag that the Nostalgia Critic started a couple summers ago, where he highlighted in that 19-minute video, there was a movie review channel. I don't remember the name of it. I'll link that video down below. But it was just him and his friends. They would go see a movie, and then right after seeing the movie, they would go sit in his car with just his camera and just talk about their reaction to the movie they just watched. They didn't drop any spoilers. They didn't use any clips, no sound bites, nothing. But he still got a strike on his channel. See, what you guys don't understand is that there are also third parties who go around copyright claiming and copy striking videos. And you don't even have to own, as Manny demonstrated, you don't even have to own the content in the video to file a copyright claim. There are so many different ways that the situation could have been handled if it was solely because he did not like what T-Spill said. And the funny thing is, she even pointed it out. There were tons of videos made using the exact same clips, but she was the one that got hit. I, in theory, think it was because she's anonymous. I don't know about the conspiracy theory that they're just trying to find out her identity, because once you file a counterclaim, you have to give up your identifying information. But I think that because T-Spill as a channel, you never hear their voice, you never see their face, a lot of people consider that a weakness. It's like, oh, this person wants their privacy, so they're less likely to strike back. A copyright strike will expire within 3 months if there is no counterclaim filed. But no creator should have to deal with a threat to their channel because somebody didn't like something that was said. So I'm not here to tell you to support anybody. Like I said, I don't hate Manny. I'm not supporting him anymore because I can't support people who act that way. I'm reacting to this as somebody who creates content on YouTube. I deserve to feel protected. T-Spill deserves to feel protected to upload her videos that clearly fall within fair use as stated by the law. That's why she has her fair use disclaimers up. Now, Manny has a right not to be bullied, but he wasn't being bullied. The video was questioning his review. It was so hard for people to sit there and be like, okay, you said the foundation did this. It didn't look good on you. It fell into your pores, it settled into your fine lines, made you look dry as the Sahara Desert. But no, it's a good foundation. Do you see the disconnect? And people know that you're a Morphe affiliate, so people are going to question you. Don't stoop to low tactics like this, tactics that make everybody else look shiesty. Tactics that further cause other people who are not even on YouTube to look at YouTube and be like, nope. Even though YouTube continues to grow at an exponential rate, there are people who still think of YouTube as a joke, and it's for reasons such as these. When you are part of a community, sometimes you have to stop and think of something greater than self. You also have to stop and think and act like the adult that you are. And that's the reason I'm making this video. I'm reacting as a creator, as an adult, as a consumer of the content on YouTube, because I know all of this. affects the content that I create, and it affects my growth. It affects the growth of fellow creators, people who just want to have fun. Yes, some people want to make money. That doesn't matter. Not really sure how to end this video, but I've said everything I need to say. I really hope that this gets resolved quickly. Pretty sure Manny's not going to address it. Just like Mundane Matt had to be drugged through the streets before he was exposed for doing what he was doing. We may never understand why. But the false copyright claiming, no matter who does it, it needs to be stopped. There need to be consequences for filing false claims, because it's always a guilty until proven innocent situation. And it's not a good look. Be better. If you made it to the end, I thank you so much. Those are all of my thoughts. Those are all of the facts. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.